Hello and welcome to Bike Nation. I'm Bryn Lucas. Now you can buy many different types of crash helmet from Bike Nation. So once you've chosen the style of helmet you want, it's all about making sure you get the right size for safety and for comfort. But how do you make sure it's the right size? Well, I'll tell you. Now the first thing you need is one of these. It's a tape measure. If you don't have this kind of tape measure, then you can always use a bit of string, measure your head with that, and then offer it up against a builder's tape measure to find out the size of your head. That's all well and good, but what if you're buying for someone else? Well, you need them in the room to be able to measure their head, so I need a volunteer. Luckily, I've got one. Here comes Mike. He's our volunteer. Mike volunteered for this role, except that's not really true. Mike was volunteered for this role. Now the first thing to do is to measure your victim's head. So Mikey, can you turn to your left for me? This won't hurt much. Put the tape measure over their eyebrows just there and around over their ears, and we can see that Mikey's head is 59 centimeters. That's the biggest part of someone's head. So 59 centimeters there, which is ironic because he's actually got a very, very small brain. 59 centimeters, looking at the chart, tells us that he needs a large crash helmet, and we've cleverly provided a large crash helmet here in the studio. So as Mike puts that on, remember that different brands have different sizings, so check out the individual sizing charts on the individual pages on Bike Nation. Now you've got that on, how's it feel?
Yeah, good.
Good, it's nice and snug, nice and tight, but you don't want it too tight. Comfort is all important. So start with them, have a feel around your cheeks, make sure there are no gaps, make sure it's fitting nice and snug to your cheeks, and then go onto your temple and your forehead. You don't want any gaps there. You don't want to be able to get your hands in there too much. Next area, the back of your head, put your hand in the back of the crash helmet. As long as it's nice and snug, it's the right size for you. Is it hurting in any places? Remember, of course, when you buy a crash helmet, if you try it on for a couple of minutes, you might feel fine, but if you're riding for an hour or so, you will then start to notice any painful areas. So you want to make sure at this stage it's not hurting. There's one more check really. Hold the back of your crash helmet in the front and give it a wiggle up and down. You want it to move a little bit, that's about fine, no more than that would be fine. Give it a bit of a wiggle. You don't want it to be able to come off and you don't want it to lift up too much when you're riding along. How are you feeling with that one? Nice and happy? Mikey can't talk. So if you've got any questions, give the Bike Nation team a call. They'll be more than happy to help. You can always subscribe to the Bike Nation channel as well for all the latest videos on all the latest products. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. So you've gone to great lengths to choose the right helmet. Make sure you're safe as well. We'll see you soon.